Hello and welcome back to our discussion on the 7 last words of Jesus. We're getting towards the end now. This is saying 6, and his words help us to understand that this process is beginning to come to a close. He says from the cross, "It is finished." Now, there are 3 things that I just want to call out that stick out about this phrase to me and I think applies to you and I. First things first is there is a mission that will cause us to sometimes have trepidation. There's a mission that's going to cause us to have trepidation. Remember back in the Garden of Gethsemane when Christ is there praying, "Father, if it be your will, let this cup pass from me." In other words, he's saying there's so much that's about to happen. Is there any other way that we can walk through this? Now, you and I can relate to this. There are things in our lives that sometimes we know we're going to have to go through, and we approach them with great trepidation or caution. And in this particular situation, we see a Christ that was very much showing and demonstrating his full humanity as he's in the garden and he's concerned with what's about to take place, praying, "Can we do this another way, Father, please?" And then from there's the mission that's going to cause you and I to have to toil. And so now he goes from trepidation into the process of carrying his own cross down Via Dolorosa. He's making his way to Golgotha, and he's there on Calvary. He's been actually crucified and nailed to the cross. He's been tortured, all of the things that he's actually having to go through. It's a process that is agonizing and torturous, as we've been talking about. And now he is here. He went from trepidation to now having this mission that required him to toil, to now where he's forming these 3 words, which are the foundation of a triumphant finish. You and I need to hold these 3 stages of any mission close to our heart. There are going to be some things, hear me and hear me good. There are going to be some things that are going to be challenging to you and challenging to me, that are going to have us wondering, are we really up to the task? We're going to be seeking other alternatives, just like Christ did. Is there another way that we can go about doing this? Is there another way that I can address my spouse? Is there another way that I can deal with this cancer? Is there another situation that I could explore that would help me navigate these financial difficulties that I'm having? And we don't know what's on the other side. But then we don't get to stop there. We have to keep moving, and we have to toil our way through. We have to fight. We have to work. We have to labor. We have to walk in faith, depending on God all the way through. We have to go through the ups and the downs, the high points and the low points, the seasons when they're plenteous, and then the seasons when there's a lack. We have to keep our faith and keep toiling through, because if we do, there is a finish for us that equates to triumph. See, sometimes we misdefine what success is. Success by our terms mean it needs to look like we have a lot of money, we have a lot of possessions, we have the kind of house we want, we have the kind of car we want, we have everything our way. But sometimes all God is calling from us to do is to just finish our race. The course that is carved out for each of us is where we need to spend our time. Christ taught us well from the cross, saying, "It is finished," because he showed us his humanity when he was operating with trepidation in the garden. He showed us his willingness to stay focused to the mission at hand as he toiled through and found his way on Calvary. And then while he was on Golgotha's hill, he operated in triumph, showing us by saying, "It is finished." What was asked of me by my Father, I committed and I brought it to the end. We need to learn from Christ that it's not always going to be pleasant. It's not always going to be fun. It's not always going to be something that we are readily embracing. But when he calls us to do it, we have to do it. He's teaching us even from the cross. God bless you. Thank you so much. Take care and be blessed.